everyone, I have Mr. Miles here. I'm hoping that you guys can see him okay because of course I decided to film a video like right as the sun started going behind this giant cloud, and it's not coming back anytime soon, unfortunately. I don't think today anyway, because it is like a massive cloud. But anyway, I really wanted to make a video today because last week I was not able to get around to it, which I apologize. That's actually been the first week that I haven't made a video since I've been starting this once a week thing. And the reason for that is I just probably had one of the most intense weeks of my whole entire life. Right now I'm going to medical school, and we needed to have field work in order to pass on to our second semester. And so they had no idea when we would be able to do our field work because obviously everywhere is still closed, and it's really hard to get people that are not necessary in a hospital to come and go into the hospital, even like extra visitors and things like that. So it's a good thing, but I was kind of bummed out that we wouldn't be able to do an in-person field work. So last minute they're like, okay, this is going to be our last week to do a online field work, so we're just going to get it all done this week, right here, right now. Guys, get ready. So there was that. And then the exact same week, my work called me and was like, hey, we've opened back up again. We're going to put you on the schedule for these days and everything like that. And I was like, okay, that's good. Like, work is getting back to normal and everything. However, I don't think that I was really ready to go to a fieldwork sort of simulation from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then still have to work. It was just too much at once, especially considering that through this whole pandemic, I've just spent so much time at home and kind of slowly being able to progressively do my online classes and things like that. So I think that I just felt extremely overwhelmed and rushed by once. I knew this was going to happen. I absolutely knew that as soon as everything started back up again, that it was just going to be really hard to kind of get back to it because it was really hard to get out of it. Like when the first couple weeks that we were in quarantine, I was miserable. So I have a feeling that it's going to take a little bit to adjust, but we will get there, and it's a really good thing that we're kind of being able to get back out there again. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, that's not the point of this video, even though I did want to give you guys a little update on that. But today I was just going to change Miles into this really, really cute lion sleeper by Janie and Jack. This is one of my absolute favorites, and it matches his blanket perfectly, so I'm super thrilled about that. But while we do that, I'm going to talk about some really exciting news that definitely got me through last week because it's big, you guys. Are you ready for this? Okay. So as you guys know, it's been kind of a while since I've gotten a new baby, and I typically only get like 1, maybe 2 reborns per year. So I've been really itching to get a new reborn, as I think I've said in another video. It's always just that temptation, but like sometimes you're just like, okay, like I'm ready, it's time, let's do this. And I was definitely feeling that. But as I was kind of like doing my research, I was looking everywhere for a doll that I really, really liked, that I would like so much that I'd be willing to kind of spend the money or be able to sell one of my dolls now, which is like gonna be a whole different video and a whole different topic. But anyway, so I was like looking everywhere, and every time I saw a doll that I was like, wow, this doll's painted really beautifully, this would be a good addition to my collection, I was kind of thinking in the back of my head, like, I don't know if I'm completely in love with this kit. And I was just really focusing on kits, and I was like, well, you know, every single doll that I find is either not the right kit or the right artist. So maybe I should just wait, and when one comes across, it'll come across and it'll be perfect. Well, over the past couple months, I've been seeing a lot of versions of the Evie by Laura Lee Eagles kit, and I have this weird thing where I don't really like getting kits by the same sculptor that I've gotten a kit before, just because I like to experience new things. So I did have a Lincoln by Laura Lee Eagles, so I was like, oh, I shouldn't get an Evie by Laura Lee Eagles because it's just going to be too similar of sculpting to like a doll that I've already had, right? So I was like, at first, like I kept on just telling myself like, no, like don't do it. That's not going to be the right one for you. But every time I just kept on like coming back to this Evie sculpt, and I was like, okay, like maybe, it's been 10 years. I haven't had two of the same artists for any dolls that I've had, including sculptor and Reborn artist. So how about we just go for it? Just do it, because it's kind of a weird rule, and if it's like getting in the way of something that I think that I'll actually really enjoy, then I think that, it's a good rule to break at that point in time. However, I realized that the kit is out of stock because I'm guessing like all of the COVID stuff has just, they've not been able to make any more. And so it didn't even have like an estimated time of when they would get more kits. So then I was like, oh, okay, like maybe I should just wait and enjoy the dolls that I have now. But I kept on itching to get a new baby, so then I went through the exact same cycle, tried to look through all of the Reborn sale pages, and I looked through almost every single kit on McPherson's website. It was ridiculous. That took a good 2 hours, because I was like, oh my gosh, there's got to be like another kit that I am in love with that I would want to get, right? Got to be something. I looked through it and my heart was still set on Evie, and I honestly can't think of like a time where this has happened to me where I've just been like so stuck on one kit, because there are a lot of times where I find kits that I really, really love. So for an example, when I got my Reborn toddler, the only toddler kit that I truly fell in love with was Ella May, and I looked at dozens and dozens of toddler kits, and that was it. So I think that's like the only time that's ever happened, and even then I would have considered getting another sculpt by Janie DeLonge. I just think I liked the Ella May the most, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's just weird that I'm just so set on one doll. So anyway, I was like, all right, like I get it now. This is like what's supposed to happen in my collection. This is going to be the next step for me. I really do love the dolls I have now. I can be patient. I can wait for it to come back out. So I waited a little over a month, probably like 5 or 6 weeks for this doll to come back in stock, and still waiting for more kits. A couple of the other Laura Lee Eagle sculpts have started production again, and so they're going to be coming in a couple months back in stock. But poor little Evie was still not on that list, and so I just started to get kind of impatient, because you guys know how it is when you are kind of looking at this baby and you're totally like dreaming of all the features that you kind of want for the doll, and how excited you're gonna be when they get home. You start watching all the box opening videos and everything like that. So I kind of like sent out a little bit of like a please help me find this kit sort of a thing on Instagram and a Facebook page, and eventually I found an artist that was willing to sell their kit that they had bought a while ago. And so I was like, yay, oh my gosh, I'm just so happy, I'm so excited. This is gonna be wonderful, this is gonna be amazing. But the artist that I happened to pick does live in the UK, so I know that it's still going to take a while, but I feel like just having that like first step done, that this kit is on the way to the artist, the kit's gonna be there in a little over a week, I think, and then she can get started on it, and I'm gonna be able to see progress and everything like that. And I'm really just so excited, because if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I haven't had a custom made doll probably in like 5 years. And so I am so used to just like, you know, buying a doll and then having it be there within a couple weeks at most. So I'm gonna have to really, you know, charge my patience and make sure that, you know, I'm gonna be very willing to wait. I mean, I am really willing to wait. I don't know. I just like, you guys know how it is. You get really excited and sometimes a little antsy. So that's exactly what I'm going to try not to do. I'm trying to not be antsy about it and just being patient and really excited with the process. I've already started nesting for this new doll. And I'm going to be so excited to share once he comes home. And it is going to be a boy. I have not seen anyone have Evie as a boy yet, but I think that the kit would make a really cute boy, and I love shopping for little boys, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun for me because I have so much newborn girl stuff that, you know, there would be no need for me to do any nesting, and I feel like shopping is just like one of my favorite parts of this hobby. So being able to nest for a little newborn boy is just going to be so exciting. And funny enough, a lot of my newborn boy stuff was actually from Atticus, which was my Lincoln by Laura Lee Eagles. So that's just kind of ironic that my 2 newborn boys that I've had are from Laura Lee Eagles sculpts. But anyway, here's Mr. Miles, and this little like baby nest that I made, he just fits so well in. He is so cute, you guys. This is like a nice little like summery sleeper. I can't find my words today. My brain just feels like it's all over the place, but it's probably because of last week. Anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated with my process. I was really gonna try to keep it a secret, but I think it's just gonna be fun to like virtually document my whole process with this because, like I said, I just don't get a custom doll very often, and especially not from an artist that's out. Actually, that's not true. Kaylee was from an artist that was out of the country. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy this whole journey with me. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone.